Welcome back. You're watching NewsEye. Now, tension continues to grip the city of Karachi, and joining us in the studio now is former administrator of the city, Mr. Fahim Zaman. Mr. Zaman, thank you for joining us today. Now, tensions continue to simmer, what seems, between political parties. Do you see any similarities with the 90s?
Yeah, there are a lot of similarities with the 90s today, what's happening last 24, 36 hours, and that is what makes me worried. I mean, it appears, on the face of it, it appears that Muttahida, which obviously has a very strong militant wing in Karachi, is taking on what is called MQM Haqiqi. And also, today People's Party, local People's Party leadership is claiming that they have lost up to 6 of their members. So it might appear that it's something on the lines of 1990s taking, happening right now. But the thing is Muttahida, or so to speak, PPP, that crazy or that stupid that they would try to have a rerun of 1990s? I really don't think so. I think there's a lot of maturity there. Yes, there is a possibility that somewhere in the militant wings of Muttahida as well as Haqiqi, there is a desire to sort each other out. But the way it is happening, I think there may be more to it than what meets the eye.
Now, the political statements that have been coming from the two major groups, MQM and the Haqiqi, seem to suggest that there is a conspiracy underfoot. Do the figures that you've been looking into suggest anything of that nature?
Look, these figures are very, very, difficult figures. They're claiming that in last 24, 36 hours, we have lost about 25 young men. Okay. PPP is claiming that they have lost 6. Muttahida is claiming about 7, and about 15 of Haqiqi. Now you add these numbers up, you're looking at 27. Okay. The other thing is that there is a lot of gray areas. What is being claimed by Haqiqi or PPP may be, may just be one or the other. I don't know. Similarly, Muttahida and Haqiqi claiming the victim to be their own. Really, nobody knows, what is the truth there. If there was no Malakan operation going on, if there were no tensions in tribal areas, if there were no suicide bombings, I would have thought that these tensions are solely local. But because there's so much happening, and trying to disturb Karachi or unseat Karachi, okay, it's in so many, in the interest of so many, okay, not one. The overseas, the local agencies, God knows who is trying to watch their dirty linen right now. But yes. And things are pretty complicated, and they may go in any direction.
Right. Now, you bring up a number of issues there. Let me take them one by one.
Sure.
Firstly, you said that you don't think that the political parties could be as stupid, so to speak, to go ahead and create such a situation as it was in the 90s. So do you think that this is more so than just political tension, actually some elements taking advantage, so to speak, of the situation to get their own means?
Yeah, you see, even in the 90s, what was happening was the political parties or the political segment of the political parties was pretty much hostage to their militant wings. Today, it is not the same. There is a lot of criminalization that has taken place in the political parties. There's a lot of encroachments, land grabbings, linkages with various mafias. Okay, it's very difficult to identify the edge of the gray area. Okay, still the political forces within political parties, may it be PPP, may it be Muttahida, in even Haqiqi, I would say they're much maturer and much more better in grip of situation than they were say 15 years ago or 10 years ago. So, I mean, and you say, I mean, as I even said that, political parties, are they that stupid? PPP in the local leadership, the provincial leadership, as well as the national leadership of PPP, is a very clear-cut understanding, recognition that they have to share power in Sindh, especially in Karachi, with Muttahida. Okay, so I mean, if they already have sort of come to this conclusion, what they're trying to do. I mean, are they trying to unseat Muttahida just by using Afaq or Amir Khan? I don't think so. So in Muttahida, it does. I mean, are they trying to preempt that, you know, I mean, as somebody was telling me, there's only one case that needs to be bailed. I mean, Amir Khan needs to be bailed in just one case. Or, you know, Afaq. So maybe, I mean, on the face of it, it may appear that Muttahida is sort of in a way apprehensive of the fact that pretty soon Haqiqi will be here. But I think there is more to it than, you know, just by that. And, you know, the only political party or political force which is a potent force in Karachi, okay, which hasn't lost really a worker, is Jamaat-e-Islami. And Jamaat-e-Islami was today demonstrating against this violence. So you also need to look at all the angles. I mean, I don't want to spell them out for you, but, you know.
So as you said, the possible impact of the operations continuing in the NWFP could be having a direct result in Karachi.
Oh, sure. I mean, I would think so. I mean, conspiracy theories, but...
So if we do go on with the idea that political parties who are actually ruling parties right now in Sindh couldn't be this stupid in order to put law and order at such a risk, then do we see that political will to resolve these issues is lacking? Because there seems to be some kind of a disconnect between the leadership and the grassroots of the same parties.
Nadia, even in the 1990s or even today, you see, these events have a kind of snowball effect. Once you kill a political worker or an activist of a particular group, they immediately, not at the highest most level or the mid level, but you know, I mean, unfortunately, there is this mafioso character now ingrained in our society, not just in political parties, which is there. Okay, so I mean, you kill one, they will kill, you know, the possible source, and you know, it's a pain-colic cycle. Okay, then somebody has to really put their foot down. If you remember, after the Mumbai attacks, there was sudden burst of violence in Karachi. I mean, I remember everybody used to ask me, why did it all start? And then suddenly it died out. Okay, then it happened again. You know, between somewhere in April or, you know, immediately it started and it sort of died out. It dies because there is some sanity in the leadership, in the realization that every one of us are sitting in the glass house. Okay, so it's better that we really don't start throwing stones randomly. So everybody is scared for their own skin as well. Okay, so I'm hoping that it's not only the resolve, is also a need and desire to bring things to some kind of, you know, saner level.
Right. Mr. Zaman, thank you for talking to us here on Dawn News. Time now for a short break, but we still have some more questions for Mr. Fahim Zaman joining us in the studio. Stay tuned to NewsEye here.